What were you trying to do with her when you stabbed her?
Kill her. Morgan jumped on top of Bella and started stabbing her repeatedly, and Payton was screaming in agony, saying stuff like, "I'll never forgive you, and I trusted you."
This is Morgan Geyser. To a stranger, she looks like a typical 12-year-old girl lost in her own world. But just hours before this video was taken, she and her friend, Anissa Weier, lured their best friend, Payton Leutner, into the woods and stabbed her 19 times. This wasn't a spur-of-the-moment tragedy or a playground fight gone wrong. This was a cold and calculated execution.
We used code words like, for knife, we used cracker. For killing, we would use words like it, the deed.
Now, sitting in the interrogation room, their lack of remorse is more haunting than the crime itself.
It was weird. I felt no remorse. I thought I would. I still have this idea in my head that it was necessary.
They remained disturbingly calm throughout the interrogation, leaving detectives to uncover what could drive two preteens to sacrifice their own friend, and whether the girl they left for dead somehow survived. On May 31st, 2014, in Waukesha, a 12-year-old's birthday sleepover turned into a shocking act of violence. In the wooded area near a local park, Morgan Geyser and Anissa Weier lured their friend Payton Leutner away from safety. They stabbed her 19 times before leaving her for dead. Barely conscious and bleeding, Payton drags herself to a bike path where a passerby makes a desperate call for help.
What's the address of your emergency?
Waukesha County, Lenny. I'm transferring over a caller on Big Bend at the dead end just south of Rivera. And he came upon a 12-year-old female. She appears to be stabbed.
She appears to be what?
Stabbed.
Stabbed?
Correct.
Okay.
Are you still there? Yes.
Hi, sir. So are you with this 12-year-old female?
Yeah, she says she's having trouble breathing. She said she was stabbed multiple times.
Stabbed multiple times?
Yeah.
While first responders rushed to save her, the girls fled the scene. Hours later, they were found on a nearby freeway, blood-stained, with the knife still in hand. Calm and composed, the two were taken into custody, setting the stage for one of the most disturbing juvenile interrogations ever recorded.
I'm a detective here at the Waukesha Police Department. Okay. And something happened to you with, looks like two of your friends. And so I gotta talk to you about that for a little bit.
Okay.
So I got some questions for you today.
Mm-hmm.
How old are you?
I'm 12.
12. So you just had a birthday not too long ago?
Yeah.
What'd you do for your birthday?
Mommy and I had sushi and cupcakes and Daddy.
So did you guys get presents for your birthday?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you get?
Tickets to a Star Trek convention?
Where's that at?
I don't know.
When is it coming up, or
It's soon.
do you like Star Trek?
Yeah. Do you know what happened to Bella?
What happened to Bella? Is Bella your friend?
Mm-hmm. She's not Anissa. She's the one who was stabbed.
Stabbed? I'm not really sure.
Is she dead?
I don't know. She was taken to the hospital. Maybe no.
What? I was just wondering.
Is that Anissa Lake, Bella?
I can't really tell who Anissa likes and doesn't like.
So you think she dislikes Bella?
Probably, yeah. She always calls her, I don't want to say it.
Who?
She always calls her.
The interrogation opens with talk of birthday dinners and a Star Trek convention. Hardly the questions you'd expect in a murder case. The conversation feels harmless, almost childlike, until she mentions Bella, the nickname Payton had used since first grade. Payton had reached out to Morgan when they were young, and their friendship remained steady from the first grade. However, the entire dynamic flipped the moment Anissa Weier entered the picture. And while Morgan reminisces now, miles away, Payton is fighting for every breath. Whether she survives to tell her side of the story is still a miracle in progress. Beneath the small talk, a fragile friendship quietly fractures into something far more sinister.
So what's going on with you? Why do you think you're here today?
Because Anissa and I ran off after hurting Bella.
Tell me what happened with Bella.
What do you mean?
Tell me what happened when you first woke up this morning.
Anissa and I woke up at like 5:30 in the morning, and it was before Bella, so we went downstairs and we took quizzes on quota. And then Bella woke up and came downstairs by us. And then we took more quizzes with her this time.
As Morgan describes her morning to detectives, everything sounds deliberately ordinary. Jabber meant to soften what comes next. But outside that room, Payton's family had already seen the warning signs. After Morgan grew closer to Anissa, behavior shifted, obsessions took hold, and boundaries disappeared. What Morgan presents as a harmless routine is actually the calm before something carefully planned is set in motion.
And then we went upstairs and played with Silly Buddy.
Oh, who went upstairs?
Bella, Anissa, and I.
Okay.
And then we played dress up, and I dressed up as Data. And Anissa dressed up and she called it a pro. It was sort of inappropriate.
Where did you find the clothes?
They were mine. That I'd collected over the years from like concerts and stuff and Halloween. And Bella was a princess. Then Anissa had to go to the bathroom, so she came in the bathroom and I got changed in the shower. And then she insisted on applying lipstick. And then
Anissa?
And then I was wearing lipstick. And she was wearing lipstick.
Mm-hmm. And then what happened?
And then we came back upstairs and we played with my cat. And then Anissa told me to grab my things and because it was time to go to the park. And then we took Bella to the park with us.
Morgan's story continues to solidify, each detail stacked carefully to keep everything sounding harmless. But beneath that routine is lethal intent. Going to the park wasn't spontaneous. The walk wasn't innocent. What Morgan frames as play is already moving toward a plan made long before that day. The timeline ends at the trees, and what follows isn't just truth, but a confession shaped by everything that led up to that moment.
And then we played on the slide for a little bit. We went in the bathroom. And then we were singing songs.
So then how did you get the knife from Anissa?
She sort of just shoved it into my hand and there it was. And then I didn't know what I did. It sort of just happened.
So did you guys talk about doing this beforehand?
Anissa told me we had to.
Why?
Because she said that he'd kill our families.
Who's he?
A man. I didn't know him, but Anissa knew him.
How is she on?
I don't know. Anissa told me about him.
Where did you guys get the knife from?
My kitchen.
Your kitchen?
Anissa did.
So who left the house with it?
I think Anissa did. It was in the bag.
So when do you think it was that you guys started talking about killing Payton? You told me before December.
I don't know when it was. It wasn't my idea.
Was it Anissa's idea?
I think so, yeah.
So you guys have been planning this a while?
Since December. She was my best friend since 4th grade.
Who was?
Payton.
So why did you pick Payton?
I didn't pick her.
Who picked her?
whoever Anissa was talking about. She made it seem necessary, and I figured if it was necessary, then I would.
Morgan's account finally sheds its vagueness and locks into something colder. She points to him, an unseen force she claims set everything in motion, guiding them before they reached the park. Responsibility keeps drifting outward as the details grow sharper, but the truth cuts through fast. No confusion, no fear, just clarity. This wasn't chaos, it was intention.
So the person that talked to Anissa told him who to do it?
Yep. It was more of a message. I don't know. She didn't go very in-depth.
So what else have you guys been doing to plan for this? Just talking about it? The two of you? Has anybody else known about it?
No.
So how did you know how to, what were you trying to do with her when you stabbed her?
Kill her. I might as well just say it. We were trying to kill her. I don't know why it was necessary that it was her, but it seemed very necessary.
So you guys end up at your house. You guys get the knife from your house.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys go down to the park.
My parents had nothing to do with this, I promise.
I believe you. They seem like very nice people. When you said you guys have been planning this from December, when did you decide that you were going to do this today?
In December, she said.
But how did you know that May 31st, 2014 was?
We didn't know it was going to be May 31st. We knew it was going to be at my birthday sleepover. You have no idea how difficult it was not to tell anyone. Just told I wanted to be locked up so that I couldn't hurt her, but that time it passed and now I'm in here because we were careless. I knew this would happen. I knew we'd get in trouble.
So you wanted to get locked up so you would get in trouble?
I didn't really genuinely want to be locked up, but at one point I sort of did. It seemed...
So you guys decided a while ago that on the sleepover night that this is what you wanted?
Yeah.
Why do you think it was your sleepover night?
Because we would all be together. It was a flawless plan, actually.
Morgan's language strips away all confusion, replaced by a blunt certainty that the attack was unavoidable. What drives a 12-year-old to such horror is a chilling blend of logic and delusion. She speaks with the steady confidence of someone completing a long overdue task. This isn't the shakiness of a child caught in a lie, but the profound detachment of a flat effect. Psychologically, her lack of emotional fluctuation is unnerving to detectives. As she explains the logistics, her confidence reveals a mind fractured by early onset schizophrenia. To Morgan, the line between reality and a necessary mission has vanished. There is no panic, only a chilling calm that proves she viewed the atrocity as a duty rather than a crime. And when the conversation moves forward, what surfaces isn't fear or guilt, but a chilling calm that reframes everything that follows.
No, I just remember that we went forward and forward and forward, and then we passed a bunch of buildings, and we went through downtown Waukesha, we went everywhere, and actually we were singing the whole time. We took turns singing songs to each other. We were surprisingly calm, actually. It was like we hadn't just killed someone, or thought that we killed someone, or stabbed anyone. It was weird. I felt no remorse. I thought I would. Because I still have this idea in my head that it was necessary.
So you didn't feel it was weird that you didn't feel remorse?
Mm-hmm. I actually felt nothing. Anissa had me sing for her. Because she said she was scared. And she wondered what we'd gotten ourselves into this time. We considered the fact that we might be questioned why we were covered in blood, but then we decided it's Walmart. So there are a lot of people. There are pictures of people that are pretty much naked at Walmart. So Nobody looks twice. Are you going to put me in prison and I'm going to rot and die?
I don't think that you're going to prison, and I don't think you're going to rot and die there. We probably got to have somebody talk to you and try to figure out what the best circumstances for you to make sure that you don't Detective Casey. So what were you guys originally going to do? And when she was sleeping, how were you going to do that?
Do the same way we did now, except we probably duct tape her mouth shut or something. I don't know. Whichever way would be the most logical, if there's any logic in killing people, which I don't think there is, actually.
So if you guys were duct tape, do you guys have duct tape?
Actually, it worked out quite well. Bella got me duct tape for my birthday, and Anissa was like, ooh, and I was like, Anissa, it won't work like that. Because she doesn't understand that what it does to you psychologically when you don't get any sleep, and what the guilt can do to you that you will nevertheless have constantly underlying if you kill someone, both of which mixed together would cause a mental breakdown.
So when you got picked up, there was the purse. And what was inside the purse?
I don't remember what was all inside the purse. We put pictures of our family inside the purse because Anissa said we might never ever get to come back.
Morgan's account begins to unravel in quiet, unsettling ways. She describes singing after the attack, wiping the knife on her jacket, and feeling no remorse at all. Then a sudden phone ring makes her flinch, her body reacting to the reality of the situation before her mind can catch up. It isn't just nerves. Even earlier, while evidence photos are taken, she keeps moving, almost dancing, unable to stay still. Long before this interrogation, Morgan was already unraveling. She struggled socially and withdrew from classmates as her behavior became impossible for teachers to ignore. She began barking at her peers, claiming fictional characters were after her, and was even caught playing with blood on her fingers. At home, her fixation on disturbing online horror only intensified. By the time she hid a rubber mallet in her locker for protection, the signs of early onset childhood schizophrenia were unmistakable. But Morgan's fractured state is only one side of the story. As detectives shift their focus, the contrast becomes impossible to miss. Anissa Weier is calmer, clearer, and disturbingly composed. Unlike Morgan's aimless drift, Anissa enters the room with a focused, almost chilling precision. She doesn't just answer questions, she introduces a specific belief, signaling a demeanor that is as calculated as it is unsettling.
This is about Morgan. She can be a little jumpy and like get off task and look around and forget what she's saying in the middle of a sentence a lot.
Okay.
Because, like, she says she hears voices too. But I just wanted to tell you.
So we're aware of that? Maybe not. Okay. Put off then. Okay. Well, thank you for telling me that. Okay. Okay. I'll be right back. So I need to know the story as to what happened today, because it's been quite a day, and even stuff that happened, yesterday. And I kind of know bits and pieces, but I don't know the full-on truth. And the only people that know, really what happened are people who are in the place where it happened, okay? Your parents know that you're here talking to me, okay? And I'm glad they're so glad that you're safe. We were scared for you guys, okay? And understanding these above rights, are you willing to speak with me and tell me what happened today? Is that a yes?
Yeah. The silly thing about this was I didn't know I was in danger until after Morgan stabbed Payton, or Bella, as people call her.
They call her Bella?
Uh-huh.
Okay. You go to school, Payton?
You Bella?
Okay. Can we start from the beginning? So you guys, this was a birthday party, right? Okay, kind of tell me what happened.
So, there's this website called the Creepypasta Wiki.
Okay.
It's full of like horror stories that are meant to purposely scare you through like online literature and all that.
Okay.
And there's one of them called Slender Man. It's like really Slender Man. It's
Slender?
Slender Man.
Oh, Slender Man. Like skinny guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he has these proxies or servants, as people call them.
Okay.
Masky and Teddy. And Morgan said, hey, Anissa, we should be proxies. And I was like, okay, how would we do that? And that was around end of December, beginning of January.
Okay. And a proxy again, what is a proxy?
It's like a servant or like an apprentice.
Okay, and they're a servant of who?
The whichever they kind of don't have a choice. Slender's like the really big he's like head of it all supposedly.
Okay, so Slender's the big guy,
Yeah.
the top guy, and the proxies are his puppets.
Yes, that's how people put them puppets.
Oh, okay. Boy, I never even heard this before. Okay. All right, so back in December, January, Morgan
Yeah.
told you, like, hey, we should be proxies, type thing.
Yeah.
And you said what? Like,
I said, okay, how would we do that? And she said, we have to kill Bella.
okay. Okay, and do you know why she said that? Like, why she said that?
Because we had to supposedly prove ourselves worthy to Slender.
And so you guys knew that Jeff the killer, an actual killer in this triangle, exists, so you thought it would be exciting to find out, hey, if we can be a proxy and prove and do this, kill Bella, then we know that Slender exists.
If we saw him, actually, we think we see him sometimes.
Okay.
Like when we were walking up to where we were going, we saw him, like, I saw him out of the corner of my eye on this side.
Okay.
And then Morgan said she heard a twig crack when no one was moving.
Did you think that you guys killed Morgan? Payton Bella?
Yeah.
As Anissa begins to speak, the contrast with Morgan is immediate. She appears more composed, more articulate, yet what she introduces is far more revealing. Anissa mentions that Morgan hears voices, subtly framing instability before detectives even press the issue. Then she brings up Slender Man, not as a joke, but as the foundation of everything that followed. What she describes as online horror literature had already crossed into belief. To Morgan, especially, Slender Man was real, powerful, and watching. Becoming his proxies wasn't a fantasy, it was an obligation. As Anissa continues, it becomes clear this wasn't a moment of impulse, but a duty they believed they could not escape. As Anissa speaks, the narrative shifts. This wasn't impulsive, it was calculated, driven by fear and loyalty.
So Morgan and I were also debating who does the deed, and at first it was me, but like I said, I was too squeamish and said, no, you do it. So Morgan said, whatever you want. So like I finally just had enough and said it now, because I was starting to get a little freaked out. And then Morgan jumped on top of Bella and started stabbing her repeatedly, and that's when I turned around because I couldn't stand to see that.
Okay.
And then the whole time Payton was screaming through agony. saying stuff like, I hate you guys, I'll never forgive you, and I trusted you. Still, and, sorry. So we told her we were gonna get help, but we really weren't. We were gonna run and let her pass away. So we, finally, Morgan said we should probably keep walking before the police get on our tail. So we were walking, and then I had a total nervous breakdown and blamed Morgan for everything. I said, you stabbed her, you wanted to do this. Look at what Morgan did. Then Morgan's not one to cry very often, and then finally she just let go and started crying, and then I just needed to vent because I was scared. I was scared. I was scared, A, for myself, and B, for my family, because after we left Payton in the woods, close to the marshy area that was nearby, he said, oh, and there was one thing I forgot to tell you. I kind of sort of made a deal with Slender saying that if I didn't, saying that if we didn't kill Bella, that he was either would or could kill our families and everything we love. And I don't want that to happen, so that's why I did this.
As Anissa speaks, the story breaks. She blames Morgan for the stabbing, even though Morgan earlier implied Anissa attacked Payton first. That contradiction later collapses when Morgan admits in court that she pinned Payton down and stabbed her everywhere. In the weeks before the attack, Morgan's fixation deepened. She sent Payton repeated emails about creepy past characters like Jeff the Killer, attaching fake articles and warning her not to tell her mother. Terrified, Payton slept with her blinds shut until her family learned the stories were fictional. Police later also found a farewell note on Anissa's phone, violent drawings in their lockers, and messages about hiding evidence. When Payton finally spoke, she revealed that Morgan whispered, "I'm so sorry," before stabbing her, claiming it was necessary to protect them. What comes next isn't belief or fantasy. It's a question no one can escape. Was the child ever meant to survive?
I thought it was still out there. The crime scene.
Did you think that she died?
Yeah.
She is alive.
Okay.
How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel kind of happy. Kind of worried that, like, I'm just scared all around.
What are you worried about?
I know she'll never trust me again unless she eats my gut.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty serious what happened. She was very, very close to dying today.
Okay.
Very close. The doctors were able to save her.
Okay.
How does that make you feel?
Good.
Makes you feel good that she's alive?
Mm-hmm. Did Morgan know that Bella's alive?
I don't know. I don't know if Detective Casey told her. So, Were you hoping that she was going to die when you guys ran off? Were you hoping she was going to die and she could see Slender? Was that the whole
part of me kind of wanted to fail just because I hear about manslaughter and all that on TV, and it doesn't bother me much, but when I see it, it traumatizes me. But the other part of me wanted her to die. But part of me wanted to. The bad part of me wanted her to die. But the good part of me wanted her to live.
As the detective reveals the truth, Anissa shows no hesitation. She truly believed Payton was dead in the moments following the attack. This reaction exposes a chilling disconnect from the moral and legal weight of what she's actually done. Just 20 minutes after the attack, Payton drags herself out of the woods and collapses onto a sidewalk, covered in blood and barely conscious. She's stabbed 19 times, unable to speak, only nodding in pain. One wound misses a major artery by a millimeter. Doctors later say she survived by pure chance. And years later, in October 2019, the girl who lived finally speaks.
I shouldn't be alive. I really shouldn't after what happened. They just wanted to go on a walk, and I didn't think much of it. It's just a walk. It's in Waukesha. Like, what bad stuff happens in Waukesha, Wisconsin? Anissa told me to lie on the ground and like cover myself in like sticks and leaves and stuff, but it was really just a trick.
Finally, Anissa Weier, charged as a party to the crime, pleaded guilty in August 2017 to attempted second-degree intentional homicide. A jury later finds her not guilty by reason of mental disease or defect, and in December 2017, she is committed for up to 25 years. Morgan Geyser, who carried out the stabbing, pleaded guilty in October 2017 to attempted first-degree intentional homicide. Found not guilty by reason of insanity due to her early onset schizophrenia, she received the maximum 40-year psychiatric commitment in February 2018, a sentence the judge calls necessarily for public protection. Years later, supervised releases follow, built on progress and strict monitoring. But that fragile balance doesn't last, because in 2025, Morgan makes a decision that reopens every fear this case ever raised.
Don't make us arrest you and do all this extra stuff that we don't need to do.
We have other stuff to worry about.
I know. We got way more serious things to worry about than this. What is it that you did wrong?
I did something really wrong.
Okay. Well, give him your real name. Don't tell him.
Okay.
What's your last name? Okay, so it's Morgan.
Morgan.
And then your last name?
Geyser.
G-U... What is it?
Geyser. I promise she did not know.
G-E-Y-S...
E-R.
Go ahead and put your hand on.
You said I could say
I will let you. You guys going to the same place, okay?
Okay. I promise she didn't know.
Okay.
Sorry.
On 22nd November 2025, just months after being granted conditional release, Morgan Geyser cuts off her GPS monitor and disappeared from a supervised group home in Madison, Wisconsin. She was found the next day, nearly 200 miles away, asleep outside a Thornton's truck stop in Posen, Illinois, alongside a 43-year-old acquaintance. When confronted, she gives a false name, fumbles through her story, then quietly admits she has done something really bad. Finally, returned to Wisconsin, her escape prompts authorities to move toward revoking her release and tightening state supervision, bringing the case full circle once again.